All three practices I'm going to talk about today are a great way to flatten your belly, pump your abs, reduce your waist circumference, and improve your posture. 4 minutes of vacuum in the morning every day, and you will have a flat, taut stomach and normal working intestines and energy for the whole day. Hello, my lovelies. If you want to lose belly fat, get rid of flabbiness on your abdomen, swelling of the lower half of your body, if you want to forget about cellulite and pelvic congestion forever, then be sure to watch this video to the end. I will talk about 3 breathing practices: belly vacuum, fire breathing, and abdominal breathing. These are awesome practices that will go a long way in straightening your body and make it beautiful, not only on the outside but also on the inside. Don't look for excuses. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy at home and at work. I have 2 or 5 kids. I have 2 jobs, etc. First, you can do just 1 practice in the morning, 1 practice, and it will only take you 4 or 5 minutes of your time. What is 4 or 5 minutes out of 24 hours? There are 24 hours in a day. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. 24 times 60 equal 1440 minutes in a day. 5 minutes a day is 0.35% of your time. That's less than 0.5% of your daily time. Can you really find 5 minutes a day? Secondly, and most importantly, when people voice such excuses, it means only one thing: they don't understand the value of these practices. So before I tell you about the methodology of each practice and the contraindications of each practice, I will talk about the importance of breathing practices. I've noticed that when you simply give valuable information without explanation, people don't give it much importance. However, when you explain why it is important to do it, what will happen if you do, the probability that a person will comply is many times higher. So first, about the benefits of breathing practices. Let's move on to the benefits of breathing practices. First, flat belly. All 3 practices I'm going to talk about today are a great way to flatten your belly, pump your abs, reduce your waist circumference, and improve your posture. By properly aligning your body before the breathing practice, your body will gradually memorize the body position. In addition, during practices, you engage deep internal muscles that cannot be pumped up in the gym with strength or cardio training. Me, myself, at one time had a problem with flabbiness on my stomach and swelling on my thighs and buttocks. I have been on a proper diet for many years. Physical activity is also almost always present in my life. It's like running, yoga, pilates, swimming, home workouts, boxing, etc. But flabbiness and swelling was all over my body, no matter how intensively I pumped my stomach, thighs and buttocks, until I started doing a vacuum every single morning. Now I hardly pumped my abs at all. I only do a vacuum and 1 abs exercise, and my stomach stays taut and firm. I pump my glutes and thighs and do full body exercises, but I don't do abs specifically. 4 minutes of vacuum in the morning every day, and you will have a flat, taut stomach and normal working intestines and energy for the whole day. I'll tell you more about it in today's and next videos. Second, improvement of the respiratory system. Breathing practices help to increase chest volume, improve chest excursion. Excursion is not what you think it is. In context, I'm not talking about a group, a trip, or going to some special place. Chest excursion in the medical sense is the difference between the circumference of the chest on inhalation and exhalation. That is the mobility, the span of the chest, the activity of respiratory movement. You engage the intercostal muscles, you engage the diaphragm. When you do breathing practices, you are not just cleansing your lungs, you are increasing the number of alveoli, small bronchi and capillaries involved in the act of breathing. You Your normal breathing, which you don't even notice, is essentially superficial. You are not engaging the deeper parts of your lungs. Because of this superficial, insufficient, incomplete breathing, you begin a chronic process of hyperventilation in your lungs. That is, hyperventilation is a violation of gas exchange in your lungs. During gas exchange, carbon dioxide and other metabolic products are removed by the lungs and the blood is enriched with oxygen. Third, elimination of oxygen deprivation of body cells. What happens when we are in a state of chronic hyperventilation? First, a weakening of breathing, lengthening or difficulty in inhalation. When there is a decrease in lung volume, slowing gas exchange in the lungs, it is reduced and insufficient. Outwardly, in some people, it is manifested by frequent colds, frequent deep breaths like dissatisfaction with the breath, yawing, drowsiness, and constant fatigue. Congestion begins in the lungs, chronic diseases, and the whole body suffers due to lack of oxygen and falls into a state of chronic hypoxia. Hypoxia is a lower oxygen content in the human body or in individual organs and tissues. There are other causes of hypoxia, but hyperventilation of the lungs is one of the most common causes. Physical activity, walking, running in the fresh air, and of course, breathing practices help to avoid these problems. Fourth, calm brain state. Imagine that you are in a stuffy room. What do you experience? You feel anxious, irritated, you start to fidget, rush, you wanna leave this room or at least open a window. In some people, lack of oxygen can even trigger a panic attack. Remember this state. Imagine or remember what state you have in nature, in the forest, in the mountains, on the seashore, near a clean river, in a clean field. It is easy to breathe, we say. We take a deep breath, smile and relax. Just such a state is achieved when pure oxygenated air penetrates our body. When oxygen starvation leaves, when we have enough oxygen, air, vital energy. This state of mind is achieved through regular breathing practices. Moreover, in such a state of mind, it will be much easier for you to lose weight, recover, get rid of bad habits and addictions to smoking, food garbage, alcohol and drugs. After all, in essence, what is the cause of all these addictions? To distract and calm a restless brain. And calming the brain can and should be done with beneficial activities. And this is the benefit of breathing practices number 5, as one of the tools for losing weight and getting rid of addictions and bad habits. Sixth, activation of the third chakra, Manipura. Spiritual teachings say that imbalance of the third chakra causes apathy, nervousness, irritability, and aggressiveness in people. Such people often feel resentment, a sense of injustice, and sometimes anger. Negative emotions which a person experiences for a long time can cause disease of the digestive system, especially the liver and pancreas. Breathing practices help to balance energy flows in the human body, both at the level of the physical and etheric body. Seventh, prevention of constipation. Breathing practices, especially vacuum, help to improve peristalsis, that is, contraction of intestinal loops. This is such a kind of self-massage of internal organs. We not only shift the organs of the abdominal cavity and retroperitoneal space during breathing practices, we activate the liver, kidneys, gastrointestinal tract by eliminating energy blocks and improving blood circulation in these organs. Eighth, strengthening of sexual function. Through breathing practices, we improve blood circulation not only in the organs of the abdominal cavity and retroperitoneum, which I have already listed, but also in the organs of the small pelvis, the bladder and sexual organs. These practices fill us with vital energy and enhance sexual function. During stomach vacuum, for example, we actively train the pelvic floor muscles. I will tell you more when I will explain the method of stomach vacuum. In the next video, we will find out what lymph is, why our lymph nodes become inflamed when we get sick, and how lymph is related to cellulite, hemorrhoids, and varicose veins. Take care of your body and mind and lymphatic flows. Your Dr. Zarifa Romanova.